Alright guys, at the junkyard, this is the trim I'm after. As you can see, so I can get this. Can you see the crack right there in this body filler? It allows rust to get in. Probably is what started that, but all this rust in the corner, the crack is where mine started at. So that's why I started filling all this in again and rubber coating it. Let's go look at this other side. Yeah, see, this is, let's see how I can get this up here. All that line right there. Yep. That'll allow water to get in and rust. That's all it takes. But this slides out. And you just got to be careful with it, because sometimes the metal seal will stay. Alright, underneath about this point and this point, there's this little thing that clips on. Now you got to get a screwdriver and go under, and each of these things push down. So you can push them down and then walk your mold out past it. As you can see, the steel band stayed with most of this, so I got to try to get this off. But it just pulled right out of the factory one that was on there. That's how dry and brittle it is. That's what it looks like. Let's see, you see a little bit of water had dripped down, caused some rust. So that's what I was doctoring all this up in here for, to make sure that I didn't get any more rust forming. Living by the ocean is not as fun as everybody makes it sound. Lord, why me? So, LMR sells a replacement one. I did not know that, but it's $50. So, if you're going to do this, your best bet is to go to LMR and get a brand new one, so you ain't got to worry about fighting with a used one. But what I'm fighting with is the videos, and even the one I pulled from the junkyard, you just unclip, it slides out. Well, look at all this. Mine has been glued in before. Apparently they had an issue with it before and decided, well, I'll just fill it full of freaking silicone or whatever the hell that is. So now I have to go through and hammer and chisel and vice grips and try to pull all that crap out so I can put the new seal in. Only me, I'm telling you, only me. And it's starting to spring, so let's see how far we get. Well guys, I got y'all down in the trunk. It is super windy, but I am still working on this back trim. That should be something so simple. As you can see, I got chunks and chunks of this metal out of here. I am creating room, but it's down to that. I also got, if you can tell, this trim right here is shot. I found one in the junkyard that was practically brand new. The car that I pulled that off of was well taken care of. Everybody had pretty much stripped everything off of it because it was so nice. I swear this would only be me. Look at all this. That's all the stuff I've had to pull out of there where they overdid it. I was able to get this in. This is one of the retainers. It's not glued in, it's just sitting there right now. But what I did is I cut off a piece of that strip from the junkyard, and I'm just making sure it fits, and I'm going down and just test fitting this, make sure it slides on easy, so when the new piece comes in, I know that it's already cleared. I don't have to worry about on this channel, the channel of the trim, if it's gonna stay. So put it up there like that and make sure both ends go in with just a little bit of pressure. And if it don't, then I look up underneath here and see what can be cleared out. Now there's some right there by the edge. Can you see that? Yeah, so I clear that out and that'll help that come down. There's just a little bit more down here and down there, but so far I'm making big improvement. I don't know what they did. I assume that, you know, they had an issue with it, so they glued the thing in. But this is all the little pieces of metal because the trim has a metal channel. You see that right there? The reason the junkyard piece didn't work is the metal trim had busted through and it wouldn't lay flat. So I didn't realize that. Somebody had tried to repair it and it kind of blended in. So, oh well, it is what it is. I still have this to replace. I gotta take all this out and get it out. But that's what I'm working on still. This has been about 3 days because of the awesome weather that we have here in Florida. Like I said, there's a tropical storm out there, so it's probably only going to get worse for a little bit. But that's what I'm dealing with. Alright guys, I'm going to fast forward a little bit later. I took a wire brush, got up in the channel the best I could. The trim's fitting really nice all the way across. I do want to glue this in, but part won't be until Thursday, and it is only Tuesday, but as you can probably tell, it's already starting to rain. So yeah, this is where it's going to be today. It's not looking like it's going to hang with me today, so we shall see. Maybe tomorrow, who knows, but that's where we're at now. Well guys, it's about a week and a half later. If y'all watch my last video, you'll know what's been going on. I just went today. Any little rust spots I may have seen, I just sprayed some of this because it says it stops rust. I sprayed it in a cup, and then I used the paintbrush and painted it all in. And look what finally came today. Now mind you, today is the 20th, and I was supposed to receive this over a week ago. So yeah, but it's here now. Thank you LMR for the super fast delivery, getting it back out. I don't have no issues with them. They're always top-notch customer service, and I can't complain one bit on their part. I know things happen with FedEx. I wasn't trying to get, you know, too emotional in that. I don't think FedEx as a whole sucks, but after reading a lot of my comments, a lot of people have had issues with FedEx. I particularly have only had issues with the Sanford FedEx. When I lived on the other side of Florida, I never really ran into issues. But like I said, since I moved over here, the Sanford FedEx is, well, sorry, is garbage. But anyway, got this painted in. I'm going to put this in and see how it fits. And hopefully it goes well. One of the first things I will point out is with the new one, it is so much more pliable. I mean, that's like a silicone spatula type. Looks very good. Channel's clean. Looks like it's going to grab good, and it's straight. So let's see how this goes. Wow, that took some persuasion. You can see it's still up right here. That's where the clip goes that holds it. It will stick out a little bit in these two spots. Once you get it past that, it clips, and you can kind of work it around, get it in the corners the best you can on both sides. I couldn't get it exactly perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. You're not going to be able to tell from back here. I got to get all this cleaned out and vacuumed up. But yeah, the new seal is on. Once you start walking around, it starts performing pretty doggone good. You can see I got junk in my trunk to get out. Got to replace that seal. But the people decided to put all this together. I'm thinking about cutting the seal, maybe here or here, and just taking it off and doing the same with that one, just making a splice. But I got to make it where I know that the probably be down here, because the rain don't drip down, and then it can't drip here and then climb back up and go out. So it might be what I do, because it's definitely going to drip off of this and not behind here. So we shall see how that goes. But I am very happy with this. Like I said, it about whipped me. It's very hard to get persuaded on there, but once you get it going, it is very nice, and it's a very tight fit. LMR, great customer service, great products. Like I said, this is going to be the only spot, but that's where the clip mechanism is, and you have another one right here that holds. When you snap it in, you're going to hear it clip, and you know it's not going to pull back out. So there we are. Let's make sure there's no junk that's going to really hurt this when I close it. Put it down, and there we go. And once it starts forming in the sun, you know, it'll get a little bit, we'll just keep walking it around. But yeah, that's the only spot right there. And right here, like I said, I feel like I've said it 100 times now, but where the clips are, it's going to stick out. There's no way around that. But extremely excited now. I don't have to worry about water getting in there. I don't have to worry about that further rusting or rotting away. So on with the next thing. You can see where I use some of the filler in the corner here. I think I'm going to use some filler and fill these holes. Oh, that's some nasty bird. I just ran my hand through that thing. There's rust. It's bird poop. Look at that. Yuck. I ain't going to wash my hands either. And I'm going to go eat a sandwich. What do you think of that? Anyway, all in all, I'm happy. So guys, excuse the sun in my face, the messy hair. Like I said, I know there was some complaining with FedEx. It's pretty much directed toward the Sanford unit. I cannot express my gratitude, my everything for LMR. Their customer service is always on point, and I didn't have any issue. As soon as I said I didn't receive it, bam, we got you a new one out on the way. There was no other communication other than that. You know, they didn't question me or say wait for a little while. None of that. I mean, it was out and I got it. So I'm extremely excited. Alright, so I forgot to remove my trash. Not only from my camera, but from my front yard. I need to get on that. Wife's really going to jump on me. She can get mean. Trust me. Anyway, extremely excited with this. Just another step closer. Like I said, I'm going to fill these in. I have a subscriber and fellow YouTuber sending me something for the car. Out of the kindness of his heart, his own money, he is sending it, and I am beyond excited for the people that I have in the Mustang community. You got Nitrous Express, great customer service, LMR, great customer service. Then I got people like Jason Moore sending me stuff, and now another subscriber is going to send me stuff, and it has to do with the looks. It's going to complete some of this, and we're going to get to the final goal of starting body work on this car and getting it looking good. But I still have the headers to install, and like I said, this was supposed to be a last week kind of thing, and you know, FedEx, I don't know how they lost a tube like that, but apparently them are kind of easy to lose because they just roll around, roll in a corner, can fall off a conveyor belt. I don't know. There goes UPS, United Pot Smokers. I just learned that. I never knew they was called that, but okay. But let me know what you guys think. Something simple like that can prevent rust. And living by the beach, people say it's you know, it's awesome, but the rust content, we have the highest rust in the air, salt in the air, than any other state in the world, and our coastline has the highest salt content than anywhere. So what do y'all think about that? Yeah, something simple like this little $50 seal is going to stop rust from setting under this windshield right here. And I'm extremely excited to have that little bit of peace of mind. So just another one off the list. I do have something to discuss right here. This is the Speedform lid I got from American Muscle. And can y'all see that? Yeah, that's corrosion that got underneath the coat here. I wrote American Muscle, and they said, well, you got to get a quote from a body shop, and so we know what it is, so we know it's just not, you know, something you did. And the body shop looked at it and said, no, that's faulty coating that allowed corrosion to get underneath it. So I'm gonna have to take this off, send it to them, and they're gonna send me a new one. At least they're taking care of it, but you know, it's never as easy as it is with LMR. LMR would have just had this out and been done with it. You can see the corrosion where it's setting up. It's not pretty, that's for sure. I'm gonna have to redo that. I really like that, so I probably will redo that and put it back there. But again, it's just something else I have to tackle now. So anyway, guys, sorry for being long-winded. Sorry for getting wind noise. I just wanted to make sure I covered everything. I should be doing the header starting up. Got Thanksgiving break and all that coming up, so I should, after I tackle what needs to be done on the Acadia, I think I'm going to try to get them headers on. It should be 2 or 3 days most with me, so we shall see. But thank y'all for watching. This is Horseplay. Peace.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with these 16 bars. I won't turn around, I won't turn around. No matter how far I go, I'll never come.